Hi, welcome to the channel Ina Talks. I'm happy to have you here. And today I would love to share some tips on learning something new that I've been using for years. One can even say that I inherited them from my parents at some point. I also worked in the educational field as a teacher for quite a lot of years. I would even say more than 10 years. And I collected a lot of experience of my students, a lot of my personal experience, because in order to teach somebody, you have to be in this learner mindset. That's why I guess one of the secrets is to learn something efficiently is to never actually close yourself up to new information. Sometimes that happens to me as well, but I try to stay conscious, try to control it, and make sure that I invest as much attention while I'm learning into the process itself to not let anything slip away. The main tip, and the one that is I think is the most difficult one because you have to stay consistent no matter what, you have to really stick to it, you have to be committed to it, but for that you need to make a decision, first of all, to learn something and to not backtrack. I think that's one of the fundamental parts of like making it happen, learning something and coming to the result, like coming to the end of it. The thing is that, like, of course, you can be extremely motivated at the beginning. You can certainly lose part of this motivation on the way. And that is absolutely understandable because all learners, no matter what you do, no matter what you're learning, you're gonna be losing motivation because it's tough. I mean, like, you have to remember things. You sometimes have to remember figures, you have to remember some specific formulas, or you need to make sure that like all the knowledge is actually coming into a complete puzzle, because that's, I guess, how I've always seen it. Even when you're learning a new language, like, it consists of parts of speech, prepositions, verbs, like all of them play within some certain structures, and you have to know about them in order to learn them. So I guess this is like the most substantial part, I would say. Yeah. What is the mechanism of that? So when I need to learn something until certain like deadline, until certain point in time, I look at the volume of the knowledge that I have to consume. For example, I know that I have a year or a month or 2 months, and I'm trying to first of all estimate critically and see whether it's actually possible. Because if it is absolutely impossible, considering your schedule, considering how much free time you have, how much commitment you're ready to invest into it, like how exhausted or full of energy you are, like whether you have children, whether you're going to travel during this period of time, all these things, they play along, and you need to like put it on the map and see, like, give it a critical look and see whether you're able to accomplish it. After this assessment, you come to the stage of cutting the volume of this knowledge, of this like science, something that you need to learn and figure out. You divide it into biteable pieces, something that you can bite once at a time. What do I mean by that? Let's imagine that currently you're pretty exhausted and you have, let's say, 20 minutes per day, not more than that. Like all the other time is already booked, you're already super tired, super invested into other activities, etc., but you still want to make it work, you want to make it happen. So estimate the minimal time that you can dedicate to a certain activity for the end result within 2 months, let's say, or within a year. Doesn't matter how long you've decided, and stick to it. So basically, whenever each day comes, you have it like in the tracker or in your diary, in your schedule, in your calendar, wherever you keep your plans and goals and other tangible aims that you have already set for yourself. You, at the beginning of the day, you look at that. You look at your schedule probably, and you look at the list of the to-do list of the activities that you need to accomplish, and it's always supposed to be there until you have already accomplished it. I have to say that I'm actually in the process of learning quite a few things right now, and it's not an easy thing to do. I wish you courage and I wish you a lot of patience with learning. Learning requires a lot of that as well. I never remove it from my list of activities, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, whether I have to travel, take a train that day, or I'm gonna have very little sleep, or I'm gonna need to, like, I don't know, answer a lot of calls. It still stays on my to-do list, and I come to it no matter what. And this is the key. This is the key to the success, the key to the door that opens and shows you the sign that you actually achieved it. I find it absolutely astonishing and really satisfying when you make the thing that you have planned happen. And I wish all of you for, like, for that to happen, for you to achieve it and to make it work. If you found this video useful and you're using similar tips in your learning, please share in the comments. Don't forget to put like to this video. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And please remember that there are many systems of learning overall. Like, it works individually. What works for you might not work for the others, and vice versa. But as long as you're able to achieve something that you've decided for yourself, I guess that's something that really matters. I'm wishing you a happy week ahead and see you soon.